And T1138 here, and yes, I am still doing Top 3 Tuesday videos. I would like to say thank you to those of you who participated in last week's Top 3 Tuesday, especially those of you who did video responses, and those people were EmoJoe1990, Kit171, Willgram13, Stig's Game Room, Electric Adventures, Allmew 2011, SL Gaming Blog, and Retro Game Nerd with a 3 where the E in game would normally go. Thank you, all of you. You helped drive some traffic to the Sega Stoners channel, and I'm sure he really appreciates it. I will put links to all of these fine people's channels below, along with the channel of the person giving us our Top 3 Tuesday this week, and here it is.
Hey YouTubers, Electric Adventures here with a quick invasion of Ed's Top 3 Tuesday video with my Top 3 Tuesday. So, the topic I would like to put to you is, what are 3 games that drew you to a particular system? So, it can be anything from an old system to a modern system. So what are the 3 games that you saw on that system that made you want to get that system? So, I could actually choose several systems because I really like several systems, but the one I've chosen in my answer is the ColecoVision. It's a system that I definitely owned back in the day. I'm still trying to get copies of some of the titles that'll be in my top 3, but I do actually have the manuals for my original ones because I've found those. I'm going to give you some also-rans. I mean, because the general reason I was drawn to the ColecoVision was the quality of the arcade ports. So you had, really good versions of Donkey Kong Jr. and one of my other favourite Q-Birds. But my top 3, for number 3, and I finally got one of them recently, was Zaxxon. And, sorry, this is the Australian packaging, by the way, for those that haven't seen them. The American and European ones come in cardboard boxes. All the cartridges are similar though. So Zaxxon is for for what the system can do technology-wise is actually a very good port of the game, and they did a very good job. And they did a very good job on most of the ports on the ColecoVision. And my number 2 and is, so I've only got the manual, is Tutankhamen. So this is one of the arcade games that I used to play a lot back in the day, and the version on the Coleco is fantastic for a home system. So definitely recommend you check it out at some time. And my number 1 is Time Pilot, and it's a very playable game on the ColecoVision. Obviously, none of these games are as colourful as the arcade game, but the programmers did a very good job at getting very close, and that's what drew me to the ColecoVision in the first place. So, they're my top 3. What are your top 3? Make sure you make a response to Ed's video. Alright, and I'll catch you all later.
Electric Adventures is a great channel. I believe I subscribed to Tony when he had 67 or 68 subscribers, and I'm pretty sure I've seen every video he's posted since then. Well, there might have been 1 or 2 that I missed here or there, but for the most part, I have seen all of his videos. He does pickup videos and gameplay videos, and sometimes those are the same video when he does his eBay pickup and play videos. He is a computer programmer, and in fact, he used to program video games for the Spectre Video, I think is what it's called, and the MSX computers. They were commercially released, and he has, I believe, some gameplay videos of those games on his channel. So does Steve Benway, for that matter, have some gameplay videos of those. The only game I can remember the name of off the top of my head is Pixodus, because I remember thinking that is a fantastic name for a video game. So, anyway, my top 3 games that made me want to buy a system. Something like that. I could have picked 24, well, probably 36 different systems, really. But I ended up picking the TurboGrafx-16, and the reason being, the 3 games that made me want to buy this are completely different games. And you will know that when I show you the first one, which is Devil's Crush. Devil's Crush is a pinball game, and I'm pretty sure the first time I saw this was in a demo of the TurboGrafx-16 at a store. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's where I saw this one at. I know that I used to play on the demo machines all the time But anyway, this is a pinball game. Not the sort of game that you would normally think would make you want to buy a system, but it's a really weird pinball game. The title screen has an eyeball in the title, just sort of staring at you and looking all over the place. It's got fantastic music. It is a wonderful pinball game on a video game system, on a home console. It feels like pinball when you're playing it. Then you've got monsters tromping all over the screen, and you've got a skull laughing at you when you screw up. It is a really cool game, and it really made me want to own the system that a game like this would be released on. So yeah, Devil's Crush at number 3. Number 2 is a shoot 'em up that, as far as I'm aware, was only ever released on the TurboGrafx 16. I could be mistaken, but it's the only system I know it was released for, and that is Blazing Lasers. I absolutely love Blazing Lasers. It is one of my favorite shoot 'em ups, and it is, like I said, I think only on the TurboGrafx 16 and the PC Engine. I'm sure somebody will make it a point to correct me if I'm wrong on that. Screw you. Now, anyway, yeah, Blazing Lasers, number 2. If you don't know what it is, not my problem. You really should be playing it. The number 1 video game on the TurboGrafx 16 that really made me want to play, or rather own, a TurboGrafx 16 is Splatterhouse. Splatterhouse was owned by a friend of a friend, and I played the game on his system, and I really wanted to have a TurboGrafx 16 after playing this. I had never played a horror-type game, well, at least not one like this, on a video game console before. So when I did, I thought, this thing is fantastic. You're walking around as Jason, killing ghouls and zombies and bats and evil zombie worms with a 2x4. How cool is that? You would hit things, they would explode, and there would be guts laying all over the place. Splatterhouse, I don't know, it was just something that really drew me to the TurboGrafx 16. Now, they did eventually release ports on the Sega Genesis and I think a few others. But yeah, Splatterhouse, that is my number 1 reason for buying a TurboGrafx 16. Some of you may disagree. Tell me about it. Check out Electric Adventures channel. Thank you very much, Tony, for doing this for me, and I will see all of you next week.